Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for those of you who are returning, and for those of you who are new, hi there, my name is JoJo and this channel focuses on my family's journey to financial freedom. So if you are not yet subscribed and that's something you're interested in following along with us, then please consider subscribing. Today's video is going to be a yearly budget for 2021. I have never done a yearly budget. I never knew that that was a thing to do. But for those of you who have been following, you know that this has been a huge learning experience for my family and me, this whole budgeting thing, because what we had been doing before, what we thought was a budget, was really not budgeting. But I'd learned about sinking funds last year, grasped onto them. I love them. They have transformed our budget. And so for this year, what I am going to be doing is this yearly budget, because when I first started my debt-free journey in February, I posted my first video on YouTube in June, but I started kind of researching things around February and had learned about this 10 distinctions between the wealthy and the middle class book that the Organized Money had posted a book review about, and it talked about how the wealthy plan with their finances months to years in advance, or more so years in advance, versus this paycheck to paycheck thing. So I thought this yearly budget was a great way for us to start shifting our mindset. I'm going to go ahead and just hop right into it with you guys. I'm using my paycheck budget sheets. I've whited out some of the things because this is a yearly budget. And then I put this Follow Your Dreams sticker over here because when I look at it, I want to have something inspirational. But for my income one, what I budget every 2 weeks, because my husband and I get paid every other week, I budget $2,870 for income one every 2 weeks. Now, I'm predicting, I didn't actually count on like the calendar to see how many paychecks we're having, but I just multiplied that by 26, just assuming that we're going to get 26 paychecks. And when you take 2870 times 26, you get 74,620. And then income two, I budget $1,000 per paycheck, times that by 26, and it's 26,000. Income three, that is every month, and I estimate it at 915. So I times that by 12 since it's monthly, and that is 10,980. When you add all of these together, I'm obviously not going to do any rollover, and I'm not going to put in any extra because we have no idea what that will be. So these three, just working with those, we plan to bring in $111,600 for 2021. And that's assuming there are no promotions or raises on these incomes. Next is the fixed expenses, and most of these are monthly, and I have estimates on these that I do on my paycheck budget sheet, so it's pretty easy to figure out these numbers and prepare for this yearly budget since we'd already kind of familiarized ourselves with them all during 2020. So for our mortgage, I just took the estimated amount and times it by 12 since that's a monthly bill, and it's $16,970 that we're planning to pay towards that. Our internet bill again is monthly, and that's $1,199.88. Student loan, that is $6,520.80. My ink bill, $60. The gym, I pay $75 a month, so we plan to pay $900 for the year. Our security system is $999, so that'll equal $119.88. Hulu, $779.88. Disney Plus, $83.88. Electricity and gas, $2,100. our cell phone. And now our cell phones, we currently have 3 cell phones and 1 Gizmo watch that are pulled into our monthly cell phone bill. And we're going to be paying off all 3 cell phones this year, 2 of them in February, 1 in August. So all we will be left with is the Gizmo watch. So I kind of prorated our bill by subtracting the additional amounts that we're paying for each bill, for each device as they're paid off. I hope that makes sense, but total what we're planning to pay on the cell phone bill with the devices and everything is $2,690. My home equity line of credit is $200. Savings 2 is $3,600. The sewer $558.72. Our water bill $15.95, and Alexa $179.88. Insurance $1,800. Sinking funds $24,000. Now sinking funds, we are also saving up for vehicles or even kind of toys, that sort of thing. So our car maintenance sinking fund, just that category gets $500 a month. And I will link my sinking funds revamp video for you guys if you want to see more about why it's such this huge number that is more than our mortgage even is. But I just don't want to finance things anymore, so I want to be saving for those in advance. Giving is going to be $600. Savings 1 will also be $600. And then daycare, I just estimated at $6,000. My son starts a pre-K program in August, and we're planning on increasing his days that he goes to daycare, so that may be more, but I just roughly estimated it at $6,000. When you add all of these together, that totals $70,558.56. Okay, now we'll come over here to variable expenses, and these are budgeted every 2 weeks on my paycheck budget sheet. So for instance, groceries, I budget $400 for 2 weeks. So I did it the same way that I do our every other week paychecks, and it just times it by 26. So 400 times 26 is $10,400. Eating out, $2,600. Household and pets, $3,250. And gas, $3,900. My husband and I, $2,080. Our kids, $520. And then unbudgeted is, whoops, was I off by a line here? Oh, yes, I was. And so I'm just gonna do, let's see if we can make this, there we go. 520, and then unbudgeted will be 0. All of these together equals $25,870. Okay, and we're not going to be doing anything with the sinking funds table because this is my weekly check-in, how I handle contributions or transactions from my sinking fund categories. So that's not going to be used within the scope of this budget. Now what we'll do is figure out what our cash flow is expected to be for the year. And we'll take our income, 100 minus our fixed expenses. So 70,558.56 minus our variables, 25,870. Okay. So we are expecting to have $15,171.44. And what we're doing currently with our cash flow is throwing it at debt. So what I'm going to do is come down here to this debt table, and our car is paid off, our cell phones, so the interest rate is currently 0. Our minimum payment, that is kind of going to be variable throughout the year. The beginning balance currently is $391.62. And throughout the year, with paying off the 3 cell phones, the ending balance with just the Gizmo watch is going to end up being $44.78. Now, the HELOC and student loan, we are using a velocity banking strategy, so these two are actually tied together. The HELOC, its interest rate is variable. The student loan is 4.75. The minimum payment for the HELOC is also going to be variable. The student loan is $543.40. The beginning balance, I'm going to actually tie these two together because I may end up paying off student loan number 2 with the HELOC and cash flow maybe sometime around February. And so all we're going to be left with is the HELOC, and this minimum payment is actually going to go to pay down the HELOC instead of the student loan to save money on interest. I have a whole velocity banking series if you guys want to check that out, but I'm going to write down the total of those two added together where they are at right now. So it's $45,087.80. Okay, and if we used our cash flow right here, I'm going to write that here, and that is $15,171.44. Next, looking at this minimum monthly payment, because that's going to also bring down this balance, but it's going to have interest attached to it. It's not going to all go towards principal like this cash flow is expected to do. And wherever this $45,000 is sitting, whether it's in the HELOC or in the student loan, there's interest attached to that. So what I'm going to say is with this $543.40, I'm going to just, to make it simple, say $400 is going to go towards principal from that payment. Times that by 12 since it's monthly and say $4,800. We're going to add that to this $15,171.44 going towards principal. And we're going to subtract that now from this $45,87.80. And this is what I'm expecting student loan number 2, which is tied with the HELOC, to end at, is $25,116.36. And then we're going to add that to our Gizmo watch, and our ending debt, we're expecting it to be $25,161.14. And that is my expected. I'm going to come back at the end of the year and we're going to figure out all of our actuals with all of our sheets. I'm going to total everything up and come back at the end of the year and fill out these actual numbers with you guys, which I'm super excited about, and we'll see what progress we had made. But that is our yearly budget. I am super excited having this prepared. I feel more prepared, ready for 2021, our finances. Let me know how your guys' year is starting, and I will see you guys next week when I do my week 4 check-in for paycheck number 2. Have a great week, you guys.